Hi, I'm Charlie, and this is Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is available both as podcast, wherever you get great podcasts, or on video on our YouTube channel, Cooking Secrets for Men. So I'm very pleased to have as my guest today, Gaulien Smith, also known as G from G's Clippers. G's Clippers is probably the best known barbershop in Milwaukee, but calling it a barbershop that's what it is, but it's so much more in the community, and we'll get to that because it's there's so much that goes on at G's. So what I'd like to do is start in the beginning. So you're born in Milwaukee?
Yep,
born and raised. Yes. You went to North Division High School, a couple of miles down the road here. So talk about growing up in Milwaukee and how it helped shape the person that you became today.
I mean, growing up in Milwaukee has definitely been a fun ride. With definitely some challenging moments. I grew up in a household with 5 brothers and 1 sister. My parents literally had 7 kids in 7 years.
Wow.
So without skipping a year, my sister's the oldest, and then the 6 boys.
And where are you?
I'm second to the youngest.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm second to the youngest. But growing up in Milwaukee, man, I mean, I really enjoyed it. I loved our summers. You know, you would think by now I would be used to the winters. Not so much. I mean, but it is what it is.
Right, yeah.
But it was fun. I always went to my community schools, my neighborhood schools. I went to Green Bay Avenue School, which we grew up across the street from there.
Sure.
On 7th and Melvina.
Okay.
Then I went to Parkman Middle School, which was not even a mile and a half, 2 miles away. And then North Division High School, which was about 2 miles away from my house. So it was cool. I mean, it was you know, pretty much in school with all my brothers, you know, with us being all just 1 year apart.
Right.
There's quite a few of us in the school at the same time, and, you know, with some cousins and friends. So it was fun. You know, it was a lot of fun because you never was bored.
Right.
You always had a lot of, you know, siblings or friends to,
Sure.
you know, play with. And,
Okay.
yeah.
So after graduating from North Division, what did you do between that time and then the time you started G's?
I worked for the U.S. Postal Service downtown. I worked there for a while, and it was then that I decided.
The one right over here?
Yeah, yep, one right over here on St. Paul.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, St. Paul. So I worked there for a couple years, and that's what made me decide to follow my gift, my God-given gift in cutting hair, because I picked up cutting hair, you know, of course, you know, from your parents paying to send 6 boys to the barbershop every 2 or 3 weeks, man, that could get expensive. So my father
take up somebody's whole day with your family.
Exactly. So not to mention the expense.
Right.
You know, so my father, who was far from a barber,
Right.
he's cut our hair. He bought some clippers from Walgreens. I'll never forget it. And whenever we didn't have anything pertinent to go to, he would cut our own hair. You know, he would cut our hair himself.
Sure.
And sometimes he was so busy, didn't get a chance to get to our hair. And I asked my mom one day, I was 12 years old, I'll never forget it. Mom, can I come on here? And you know, because he didn't give us an edge up. He just cut it all one length. You know,
Right.
he's all low. So she said, all right. However it turns out, you're going to school just like that. So I'm like, how bad can I do? So I started cutting on here, and believe it or not, I started getting really good. You know, I learned how to adjust the clippers to where it could, you know, give me an edge up. You know, and before long, man, I had a regular clientele out of my mom's house at 13, 14 years old. And the rest is history, man. You know, I still worked at the post. I ended up working at the post office, and I was cutting hair.
Oh, you do?
On the weekends. I know, then.
Okay.
I was still working at the post office
I was
then.
going to say,
No. No. So, and one day, man, I just decided to follow my God-given gift, man, and go to school for barber. My mom and my auntie actually were the driving force behind that. They're like, you cut so many people heads, and they keep coming back. You're pretty good. You know, I think you gotta think about, you know, doing it as a career.
Right.
You know, so, and here we are.
There you go. So you started G's in 1995. So we're knocking on 30 years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. June 1st, to be honest with you, is my 30 year. June 1st is my 29th year anniversary.
Right.
Next year in 2025 is 30.
So we'll have a big party and.
Yeah, we gotta do some side celebration, man.
But G's is is big in the community for many reasons. So talk about the importance of G's in the community. Well, I think you started in a much smaller space, and then you moved to.
I mean, it's all relative. It's smaller. I mean, I think your average barbershop is 5 to 6 barbers.
Mm-hmm.
When I started G's Clippers in '95, I started with 5, but I could hold more.
Uh-huh.
I ended up buying that space on 4323 West Fond du Lac Avenue. That's right at the Fond du Lac Avenue and Sherman intersection.
Mm-hmm.
I started there with about 5 barbers, and about 3 years later, in 1998, I ended up purchasing a building, and that had 2 storefronts. So I only occupied 1 storefront, when I first opened in '95. But in '98, I ended up purchasing the whole space, and before long, man, I had 13 barbers and stylists in 1998. So I grew fairly quickly, and then it was in 2006 that I decided to open up a second location, and that was a 20-chair shop. And then it was in 2017 that I decided to go in the space I'm in now.
Right.
So the original location was open for 22 years. The one on Fond du Lac and Sherman.
Yeah.
I was in that space for 13 barbers for the whole 22 years until I decided to go in the space I'm in now. Because at one point I had 2 spaces.
Right.
One on King Drive and one on Fond du Lac.
Fond du Lac, right. So talk about the importance of G's in the community and some of the initiatives and things that you sponsor and that you're involved with.
Well, Charlie, I mean, what I would like to think is I run G's Clippers like I envisioned barbershops were back in the early days, the early 30s and 40s, 1930s and 40s, where we truly was the heartbeat of the community. Where the barbershop was the barber was the politician. The barber was, that's not in my future. I don't see it at least. Well, the barber was the doctor. The barber shared all good news, and just healed the community. And that's what I would like to think that I could attest to the success of G's Clippers, because I've truly been involved in the betterment of the community where I reside.
Absolutely.
I mean, I believe in helping the community get out and vote. I believe in helping the community health-wise, keeping them informed and things of that nature. So over the years, I've been a registered a registrant where I register people to vote through G's Clippers during voting time. We've been a part of getting some people to the polls to go vote. We've been a part of allowing politicians to come, and I have had politicians from national politicians to local coming in G's Clippers, speaking to their constituents. I've been a part of, I have a health clinic now in the barbershop. Well, what it is, G's MKE Wellness Clinic is the name of it, and it's powered by Froedtert Hospital and Network Health.
Gotcha.
So we do a plethora of things, and we constantly, adding things to it. So you can come to G's and get your blood pressure checked, your blood glucose level checked. We're about
cancer
to start
screenings.
doing cancer, prostate exams. In the future, colon guard for individuals that are just dragging their feet. We're getting their colonoscopies.
Right. Because it's such a fun thing to do.
I mean, it's a necessary thing, though, man. It saves lives.
Yes.
My dad died of colon cancer, man. Yeah, so that was a driving force, man.
My mom, same.
Yeah, dad never got a colonoscopy. He was 62 years old, man. He got diagnosed with colon cancer, and he died not long after that. And I didn't want that to be my story or anyone else's story that I come in contact with. Right. So I just exercise my position in the community, if you will, my notoriety, and hey, I'm trying to do what I can, man, to make sure other families don't go through what we've been through. But the clinic has availed me some amazing opportunities over the years. I mean, hey, I've been on the Good Morning America, in the Washington Post, the New York Times, the LA Times. I mean, so it's really been a fun ride. And I mean, it's not over. I mean, I got some things in the works, man. I just want to be able to positively impact communities all across the United States.
Well, and you also sponsor, I think you sponsor, or you're certainly involved with, Real Men, Real Talk.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
So Real Men, Real Talk, I felt was extremely important to, and what it is a platform that takes place every third Monday of the month in G's Clippers.
Mm-hmm.
We average between 75 men only to 125, 150 guys. We've had community leaders from all over take part, come and sit in. Because it's really there's no big eyes, little U's in this space. So this space is just a safe space for men to come and be men. Men could come and get some things off their chest, have great conversations, non-judgmental conversations with individuals that might be going through what they're going through, or have been through what they're going through.
Right.
It's just guys, I think it's important to have spaces like that, And that's what Real Men, Real Talk has been all about. And it's been 5 years now,
Wow.
and it's going stronger than ever.
Now, this is on the radio, or this is just in this?
It's in G's Clippers.
Okay.
And I don't know if it would be as successful if it was recorded.
Right.
If it was on the radio.
Those people, they
you're
go
not
one
gonna
way or the
open
other,
up.
be afraid to speak,
Yep,
or
exactly.
really want to get out and,
Exactly.
Anyway.
Exactly. But that's important, having a safe space for me.
Sure.
It's extremely important. And I saw it was a need for that, from being in the barbershop, standing behind that chair, listening to the conversations, from these guys. And you see how many guys are just wounded, and
Right.
just, you can tell that they're dealing with some trauma or the expectations, dealing with the expectations of being a man, so
Sure.
that space, man, is needed.
So I've seen several interviews about you where you live by the phrase, "To those who much is given, much is required,"
Yes.
and it's a biblical phrase. I have tried to teach my boys, who are now right around 30, that hey, you guys are you're in the Lucky Sperm Club, so. That you can't just sit back and take. You got to give. So talk a little bit about that and how that drives some of the things that you're involved with.
Legacy work means a lot to me. I mean, I want my work to live on long beyond my flesh and bones.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that that life is God's gift to you, and what you do with it is your gift to God.
Yep.
So I don't think there's no question. I mean, I just like you said, I truly live by that. To whom much is given, much is required. So I believe that it's a certain things I have to do.
Right.
Because of what I've been blessed with, the position I've been blessed with, the stage I've been blessed to perform on, and I'm just doing my part. I just think it's important. I just think it's necessary. I just want to leave this world a little bit better than I found it.
And that's I'm with you 100%. That's and you are doing that within the community. So one thing I did want to touch on is that you're a marathoner. You run marathons, and I'm
still not used to hearing that.
And you just got back from Tokyo.
Yes.
So, how did you get into running marathons? And do you have any goals, or are you pretty?
I'm also the first barbershop in the country to charter a Boy Scout organization.
Oh, okay.
And what made me think of that is this outlet to the marathon.
Uh-huh.
So I was taking some of my youth that was aging out, Boy Scouts,
Uh-huh.
age out at 18 years
Right.
old. We took them to Philmont Scout Ranch. It was a high adventure Scout Ranch in New Mexico.
Okay.
And we teamed up with another scout troop. This was, 12 years ago, I want to say. And it was two leaders, myself and Dr. Gamlin. And Dr. Gamlin, he brought a few boys. I brought some boys, and it was probably 10 of us, 11 of us that got on a train, man, and rode 24 hours to New Mexico,
Uh-huh.
one direction. And we hiked 100 miles in 10 days, right?
Wow.
So
Yikes.
Dr. Gamlin, he works for Froedtert. He's a surgeon over at Froedtert.
Okay.
And him and I talking a lot on the trail. All the boys is, they leading us, as our Boy Scouts is, the youth lead. And him and I just was having a lot of great conversation. Then in the tent at night, around the fire at night. And he was going through a challenging time in his life, you know, and I was as well. You know, both of us was going through a divorce. And he said, man, you know, G, I think when I get back, I think I'm gonna look at, you know, running another marathon. I have not ran a marathon in 20 years. I ran one in undergrad, you know, but when I was in residency, rather, he said. And he said, you want to run with me? I said, man, a marathon. I said, man, I didn't even know it was 26.2. I knew it was 20 something. I said, well, it's 22 miles. He said, gee, it's 26.2. I said, man, I don't think I've ran 5 miles nonstop in my life ever.
Right.
Mind you, we're talking about just 10 or 12 years ago. And he said, man, listen, it's a great way to, you know, relieve stress, man. You know, I'm telling you, man, and it's you know, think, you know, open your thinking up, man, and trust me, you'll love it. He started telling me about the runner's high and such, you know. So he said, listen, I'm gonna, you know, he was on the board of directors for the American Liver Foundation because he wanted to do Boston first. Boston is in April. Right. I'm like, Boston Marathon, man, you gotta, you know, I'm just knowing you can't just walk up and go, you know, you gotta qualify or something with it. He said, well, I'm on the board of directors. I can get us in on a charity ticket, you know, a charity bid. So long story short, man, we did the charity route, man. We trained and I ran the Boston Marathon, man. And it was the worst weather in Boston Marathon history. It was you remember, it was 2018. 2 inches of rain fell during the marathon. It never got warmer than 30 degrees. It was the coldest it got was like 25 degrees, and we ran 26.2 miles in that. And during the process,
and you want to do more?
I'm gonna tell you. So in the process of that, he kind of knew about the 6 major marathons. That's an Avid Industry sponsored feat, and the 6 marathons was the 3 in the United States were Boston, New York, and Chicago marathons, and abroad, London, Tokyo, and Berlin, Germany. Okay. And in the quest of doing Boston, man, we talked to so many individuals that were, this is my 3rd star. Okay, this is my 5th star. Okay, this is my 6th star. Meaning, you know, it's 6 stars. You know, that's the Avid Industries deal. So at any rate, he said, man, you want to do the 6 majors? It seemed like a fun. It's like a, you know, a good bucket list because I try to be intentional about my bucket list, things I want to just accomplish. You know, so and a lot of them is physical feats. So Kilimanjaro is one as well. But at any rate, so we ended up doing it, man, and we did Boston Marathon in April of 2018, and then November of 2018 we did New York Marathon, and a little bit after that we ended up doing Berlin, Germany. After Berlin, Germany, we did Chicago. Then we did London, and now we just finished Tokyo. I've been back, 2.5 weeks.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I know. People are like, gee, what the heck? Because I'm 53 years old.
Right.
My first time running 5 miles in my life nonstop, I probably was 39, 38.
Okay.
So I'm not a runner. That's probably why I don't have any ailments, any pain. Right. Because I'm not a lifer.
Like the rest of us.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is this it for marathoning, or do you?
No, it's funny, man. They're about to add the 7th for the first time since the inception.
Okay.
They're adding a 7th marathon. So it's Sydney, Australia. So it looks like I'll be running Sydney, Australia. And then this team with the team.
So you got to fly 24 hours to run 26 miles?
I know, right? And it's funny, the group that we became really good friends with, him and I, over the time, over these marathons, now they're talking about, dude, you guys got to go. You guys got to do Cape Town with us in Africa. So it looks like I might be doing Africa, and the other one is Dublin, Ireland.
Wow.
So Sydney for sure, and I would love to do Cape Town. I would love to go back to the motherland, to the motherland, man, and run 26.2. Wow. I would love it, man. I'm definitely looking forward to that. Yeah. So I'll definitely do that, and then
well, good for you.
Ireland seems
that's amazing. So enough of this healthy talk. So we call this serious people with serious jobs having a little fun. So we're having a little fun today. So what are we preparing?
Today, we are preparing turkey burgers, one of my favorite foods.
Okay, turkey burgers. So I want to give you one of our aprons to put on.
All right.
So turkey burgers, and we have a lot of accoutrement to put. We got some onions and tomatoes and all kinds of stuff to put on. So we're going to go back and get our burgers together. We're going to fry them. We got some buns. We got all kinds of stuff. And anything interesting about these turkey burgers other than you have to eat them because we're both hungry?
I am hungry. I had not eaten anything today.
Neither am I. Neither am I. So,
I just think, turkey burgers, man. I would like to think I'm a turkey burger connoisseur.
All right, so we're going to have gourmet turkey burgers. So give us a minute to set up, and we'll be right back. All right, so here we are. We're rocking and rolling. G's got this is all ground turkey. We got a couple pounds of it. So we're going to make some patties. And G's going to, looking good. So we're going to put them here. And we got some oil heating, courtesy of olive oil and Senor Avocado. And then we've got some caramelized onions, which we're going to use at some point. So G, we're going to put some spices on top of these?
Yes, we are. So what I'm doing is forming them right about now. I'm going to make about 4.
Okay, we're going to make 4.
Yep. So I'm forming them right now.
So I guess that's 2 for each of us? No?
Let's see, I'll tell you what, the way I'm feeling now, I can definitely take down 2 of them.
Okay. And we have we've got a little tomato salad that we are going to serve on the sides. Tomato, cucumber, green onion, the little dressing. All right, so we've got our patties made. Yep. And we've got, this is our blend that we use, salt, pepper, garlic, onion. G's going to use that.
And then here we go. What I'm going to do is now is add, I really like this seasoning because it's not just salt, not just black pepper. Got garlic, which makes anything taste a little good.
Absolutely.
You know? Great, onion powder. So great, here we go.
All right, we'll season these a little bit. So we'll fry these. One of the good things about turkey burgers from the guy who runs marathons is you told me you don't eat meat or pork anymore.
Well, beef. I stopped eating beef and pork 18 years ago. Literally in 2006.
So it was pre-marathon.
Oh yeah, some time ago. Yeah, it was just a decision I wanted to make, for my own reasons, Well,
I think I was telling you that we use turkey all the time, and my boys didn't know for years that we were using it in chili.
Yeah, that was funny.
It's because it's less grease, a lot healthier, and it's the same texture, and you cannot tell the difference.
Exactly.
So
you cannot tell. If it's seasoned right, man, you cannot tell the difference between ground turkey, and ground beef.
Okay. All right, go ahead and we'll put them in frying.
Here we go.
I hear them sizzling now. All right, so these are going to fry. One good thing about turkeys, they don't take as long as beef. Why don't we get the burgers ready?
Well, I don't cook much. I don't cook much at all. So
well, our channel is
hopefully you'll start something here.
Cooking Secrets for Men. So, G, why don't you go ahead and put some of the buns here. That one, if I had 3 hands, I could do it.
Not a problem at all.
All right.
That's something.
So I'll step around you and turn this down a little bit. All right. All right, so we're going to butter some buns. We got the oven heating. Buns are, let's put them in.
Oh, you always got to flip them over.
All righty. All right. One. Pull this down. All right, so those are ready. Those are on paste. These are looking good. We've got those in the oven. All right. So we're looking like we're cooking with gas, as they say. So we'll wait till we pull these off, and then we'll put them together, and so I'll be right back. All right, so G's going to put the cheese on. So, American Tom, that's yours. Mari, that's yours. And G and I have a little pepper jack. All right. And the heat will just melt these nice and good. And we're going to get our buns out in just a sec and put it all together. And then we're going to sit down and give it a taste. What do you think, G?
Hey, listen, I can't wait. I
All
can't
right.
wait to try it.
I'm with you. All righty. All right. Here we are. All right, G. Tell us what we got here.
We have turkey burgers prepared by yours truly, Gaulien Lee Alexander Smith, a.k.a. G. These turkey burgers, two have American cheese, two have pepper jack. They're seasoned with some garlic powder, salt and pepper, and prepared
onion
right
powder.
under- Onion, yeah, onion powder.
So we got this. So G, why don't you take take one?
Let me take one right here.
And I'm going to take one. And then we have all kinds of good stuff to put on. We've got avocado, red onion if you want, sliced tomato, little avocado up here,
Yep.
and some lettuce. And then we have some caramelized onions. So I'll do this to you.
Yes,
I'll give that
sir.
to you. And then we have a little, this is Gennaro Baez's recipe that we made a few weeks ago. Tomato and green onion salad. Make our plates look pretty. So we get a little of that, a little a little dressing on the side, and do that. And then of course, ketchup and mustard. So we got those. Put that over there. All right. I need a little of this. Caramelized onions. There we go.
One big sandwich here.
All right, so I got a little lettuce. Got to have something healthy. Some avocado. And a little slice of tomato. And these are Dave's famous pickles. Oh, one Dave's on the floor. That's mine. I love Dave's. All righty. Napkin in my lap.
All right.
So, this is our turkey burger with pepper jack cheese, a little pickle on top, onions underneath, little cucumber, tomato, green onion salad. Oh, here comes Tom.
Yeah.
All righty. Time to eat. All right. See how we did, G. Perfectly done.
Very good. Right on point.
Breakfast of champions. And when you do cook turkey or chicken or anything, you want to make sure you get all the pink out. All the pink is out. Cheese is melted perfectly on top. Might have to have another bite.
That's great.
One of the hard things to do on this show is to eat and talk at the same time without
Yeah, as you can see, man.
stuff coming out of your mouth.
Right.
This is definitely a winner. So, G, before you take another bite, thanks so much for coming.
Thanks for having me.
It was a pleasure. Appreciate
Thanks,
everything you do in the community, the great work that's being done, by all the things that you're associated with. And congrats on running 6 marathons, and you're not ready to stop yet. So.
No, not yet. Thank you. I appreciate it.
So, G is just one of hundreds and thousands of people here in the Milwaukee area are trying to make our city a better place. We appreciate all the work that's being done, the various initiatives that you're involved with and that you support. So thank you. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is a weekly show that we produce here. We appreciate everyone's support. Please like and subscribe, follow wherever you get great podcasts. So appreciate everyone's taking the time to support Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Thanks for listening to another episode of Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders. Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders is brought to you by Cooking Secrets for Men, LLC, and was recorded in the 3rd Ward in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. We feature and profile community leaders who are trying to make Milwaukee a better place. The tagline is, serious people with serious jobs having a little fun. Our guests choose the recipes that we use on the show. All of our podcasts are available on iTunes, Spotify, and wherever you get great podcasts. The original YouTube video for this episode is available on our YouTube channel, Cooking Secrets for Men, all rights reserved. Thanks, and see you next time on Cooking with Milwaukee Community Leaders.